this is one that I honestly had never ever heard of. So that also ties back to Disney. Oh yeah. But yeah, we like that name. We might use it. It would be quite a masculine, strong name. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my last video, then you will know that a few days ago I had my C-section for our fourth baby, and we will have a gender and name reveal video coming out pretty soon. But until then, we thought you guys might like to see this video of the names that we are considering and might be using. So we're going to be sharing with you guys our top 5 unique boy names and top 5 unique girl names. So obviously this is my husband Fabian, and with this being a joint decision that we decide the names together, he's obviously doing this video with me and sharing his opinions. So if you haven't seen the video of us doing the names that we love but won't be using, then I definitely suggest after watching this video that if you want a laugh, to go and watch that. I will link it above and below for you guys. But yes, he's going to be with us sharing his opinions on these names, and hopefully there will be no laughing fits in this video. So in case you didn't know our other children's names, we have Bo Ryder, who is 4 years old. We have a forever 16-day-old angel baby. She is called Silver Rose. And then we have our rainbow baby, who is called Leilani Nevaeh. So this will be our fourth baby, and until a few days ago when we obviously had our C-section, we did not know the gender. So we have had to make a list of both boy and girl names, and we will start now with the girl names, I think. We just obviously can't film without cats. So the first name that we absolutely love and might be using is one that we actually only discovered recently, and it is Lyriel. So this is one that I honestly had never ever heard of, and I don't think you had either. And it's basically I've been doing this online course, and I was watching a video recording of a Zoom call of a conference meeting thing that I was learning from, and one of the people, that was their name. And I just, as soon as I heard it, like, this was at about 30 weeks pregnant that I first heard this name, and to be honest, we had really been struggling for girl names, and it was starting to freak me out a bit because obviously we didn't know the gender. But I absolutely love this name. And do you love this name? Yeah, so we both love this name, so that's good. That's an improvement on our last video because we were really struggling. I'd like to think every name in this video we both love, but a few in our other video we couldn't agree on, so hence why they were not in the video of what we might use. But I just okay. So Lyriel, I like the fact that it kind of sounds like Ariel from like Little Mermaid, so we're very big Disney fans, and it sounds kind of similar, but Ariel was just too normal, too obvious, too straightforward basically. So it kind of reminds us of it without it actually being a Disney name. And as well, when you think of abbreviating it, I kind of thought of abbreviating it to Leerie. And when I googled, I knew that sounded familiar, and when I googled it, Leerie is how the people speak in Mary Poppins, the chimney sweeps. So that also ties back to Disney. So I think we just like the fact that it's kind of not a Disney name, but it reminds us of Disney without it being an obvious Disney name. So now that we've just said about obvious Disney names, the next one is Aurora. So apparently some Disney names are okay, and some we just have to be awkward with. But we really like the name Aurora. Obviously that's Sleeping Beauty. We heard it when we watched the video of OK Baby's baby name reveal the other day, but they changed it. They've just had their 4th baby, and they're YouTubers as well, so I'll link them somewhere as well. But they've just had their 4th baby, and they were going to call it Aurora, and then they changed it at the last second and called it Aura. But it just made me kind of think, actually Aurora is a really nice name, and it kind of made us both think, actually that sounds quite nice. And then the next name that we really like is Arwen. So I really like that name because it comes from Lord of the Rings. you really don't like Lord of the Rings, but we just both agree on the actual name more than anything. So
It reminds me of people in Australia.
it reminds you of people in Australia?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Lord of the Rings?
No.
Because that would be New Zealand.
Yeah. The wildlife people.
Oh, Darwin's. Ah. So it makes you think of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
What are Darwin's?
Oh yeah.
Darwin.
Darwin. I'm thinking of Charles Darwin. No. He's something to do with animals though, isn't he? I think. Okay, so yeah, you associate it with the Irwins.
Yeah.
Because it sounds similar, yeah. So you think of it for the Irwins, I think of it for Lord of the Rings. But either way, it's a name we both love and we might use.
From that side of the world.
Yeah. But yeah, we like that name. We might use it. And then the next name that we like and might use is Eden. So it's kind of, we've realised it's gender neutral. When I first thought about it and thought, oh, I really like that name, I kind of forgot that there already was an Eden in the Burdett family, and that is actually a male person that has that name. But I prefer it as a girl's name, and I just think because we're like into like eco, like the environment and stuff, Eden, like even in the TV channel called Eden, that's like all to do with the environment and stuff. So I don't actually know what the meaning is of the name Eden. I associate it with like environment and like the planet and stuff. And then the last name for a girl is Story, and I really love this name. It's not one I've ever heard anybody else ever use, and I'm just obsessed with like reading. I love reading books and like telling stories in my head. I've got a very vivid imagination, but I am a bookworm. I live for my books, and it just, I think as well, when you think of stories, you think of imagination.
Yeah.
You think of someone that's imaginative. So for that reason, I really like that name. Don't know why you like it, or you just like the sound of it, or plus it's different. I like the fact it's just different.
Yeah.
We literally don't know anyone called it. Never heard of anyone called it.
Give it 5 minutes on Google.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing we haven't actually done, is we've not googled any of these names to think if anyone else has these names or if there is any negative connotations. So you never know, by the time in a couple of days when the video comes out of the gender and name reveal, it might be something completely different.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be. I think it might be some of these names, but you will just have to wait and see, and make sure you subscribe and put that notification bell on so then you don't miss that video. Okay, so we're going to move on now to boy names, because that was our 5 top unique girl names that we might be using. So now moving on to boy names, and the first one on the list is Emmett. So I love that one because it's from the Twilight films. I actually prefer the books, but that's a topic, that's a discussion for a different day. But I've always loved that name, and actually that was a contender for Beau. That's always been a contender every pregnancy, has Emmett. It's been one of my favourite names. So I really love that one. I think we both agree on that one. Yeah?
Yeah.
So then the next name that we both really like is Oakley. I don't know how common that is. I don't think it's common in England, like in this country.
No.
I think it's maybe more, I think it's more of an American name. But I really like that name. It's actually only one that we literally found tonight before filming this video. But then I've kind of fallen in love with it, and it's kind of made me rethink exactly, I don't know. There's just part of me that, I don't know, I really like this name. That maybe, I don't know, it might be a middle name, because we always have a first name and a middle name, so some of these names might end up being middle names, I don't know yet. But I've fallen in love with that one now, and yeah, it's a big contender. But there's no specific reason, it just sounds nice more than anything. And it kind of makes me think of America, just because I kind of think in my head it's an American name. I don't know if it is, but it just kind of makes me, it's just not a very English name, and we don't like to go for plain boring English names, do we? So then the next name that we really like is Avery, which has a really sentimental meaning for us. So Silver Rose, our angel baby, we didn't actually know her gender when we found out that she was really unwell, and so it got to the point we didn't like the fact we were saying it and stuff about a baby that we knew was probably not going to survive, and we really wanted to have a name to give her, and it was over the Christmas period as well, so we wanted to be able to do her a Christmas card, and so we decided to give her a boy and a girl name. So then we did a boy and a girl Christmas card for her that year while she was inside me and stuff. And the boy's name that we gave her was Avery Alexander. So Avery is a name that we used to watch Nashville together, and it was just one of the characters in that TV series that we both just really liked that name. And then Alexander was Fabian's middle name. It's one of his middle names. So Avery Alexander was her boy name. So it kind of, to use Avery would be almost like including Silver in this baby's name. So it would have a very sentimental meaning for us. I don't know how like common or anything that name is or anything, but it's just a really special name for us. And then the next name that we really like is Mickey. So this obviously, you know, we're Disney crazy people, and
If you don't know who Mickey is, then
well, I think people know who Mickey is.
you never know. That's like saying when people go, I've been to Disneyland. Where is it? Florida. What?
Yeah, true. Yeah, but Mickey, I know it's a Disney name. It's a very obvious name, but it's just we're just Disney crazy and can't not include that. Plus, I do just think it's a nice name in general. And I have known people called that anyway. There's been a few different people that I've known called Mickey. So it's not like it's a character name that people don't actually use as a real name. It is a real name, so obviously I don't know if it's too obvious of a Disney name. That's something to consider. I don't think anyone would ever make fun of it though.
No.
But whether it's too common, I don't know. It'd be fun to go to Disney and that was your name though, when you get the badge when it's your first time at Disney, and if they ask for your name and write it on, that would be cool. And if he met Mickey and he was called Mickey, that would be cool. So you never know, we might be having either if it's a boy or a girl, we might have a Disney themed name possibly, which would it really surprise you? I mean, even you're wearing Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, that is one of our contenders for a boy name. And then the last name that we have on our boy list, that is also another that we only just added tonight, is Phoenix. I think it's just it's a name that we hadn't really considered before, but we just found it on Pinterest and thought, oh yeah, that's quite nice.
I'm sure it's a bird.
It is a phoenix, yeah. It's like in Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
Do you like Harry Potter?
More than bloody Lord of the Rings.
You like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Florida, but you don't like necessarily Harry Potter the film or books. But
books, well,
like Phoenix is like a magical thing as well. It's very, and it's like transformative, so it's like it sounds like a powerful name. Quite, and I feel like that would also fit very well with an adult, like an adult male Phoenix. It would be quite a masculine, strong name. Yeah. So I do quite like it from that aspect. So those were our top 5 boy and girl names that we might be using. So like I say, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to click that and set it to all, because within the next few days, literally within the next few days, hopefully you will be seeing what the baby's actual name is, and there will be hopefully birth vlogs and all that exciting stuff to come, and postpartum videos. So make sure you are subscribed, and if you did like this video, make sure to click the like button down below and comment what your favourite name was, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. So we're gonna
sound like a freaking AI computer going.
You're looking at me funny now. What are you doing? One cat for one video, one for t'other.
Oh, what do you want?
Ah. Okay, that's a bit close. Come on. Have an opinion, man. Right, pancakes. Get them in me. The pancakes. Don't look at me like that.